Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Conor Benn. Now, this situation with him isn't looking good one bit whatsoever. You know, he had a talk the other day talking about he, relinquished his license. There's reports that say that, his license had basically expired or was due to expire and he chose not to renew. There's the reports that come out that, he failed another test. And he's just not looking good all round, The fact that, this fight wasn't actually called off until a couple of days before when the article broke, it doesn't look good for all involved. The fact that the first test that was failed that Chris Eubank Jr. wasn't actually made aware of, and you got Eddie Hearn out here saying that it's not he himself couldn't call off the fight. It'd be down to a discussion with obviously Kala, Eubank Jr., etc. I just think this whole thing just looks terrible, and it don't look good for the sport at all, truth be told. This is the same promoter that slandered Jerome Miller for what he did, and obviously what Jerome Miller did weren't acceptable at all. But he slandered him, said, he shouldn't fight again. He was going off when I think Jerome Miller failed another drugs test when he was meant to come back, and when he got signed by Top Rank as well. And it's one of your fighters that's been doing this now, and I think the whole, obviously they say UCAD's got it's kind of like an NDA agreement where they don't actually have to publish the results publicly, but the way things are just looking, it's looking like a lot of things are kind of held under wraps and hidden away from the public. And these lot were still building up the fight up until the week of the fight, knowing that there's a potential this fight might not go ahead. I personally think it's disgusting. Personally, I think it makes me sick to think that this is what's happening. And people were saying that, should you just let the fighters just get on with the peds and just get it over and done with? Obviously VADA wouldn't want that, because I'm hearing that it's about 30k they're getting paid at a time for especially with all these fighters that's signed up to like the clean boxing program and that. But at this rate, what's the point? And I think there kind of needs to be a universal. Obviously you've got all these different agencies. You've got VADA, UCAD, USADA, WADA. Overall there needs to be an overall universal guideline on if you test positive for this, regardless of if it's trace amounts, cool, maybe you get a ban of 6 months to a year. If it's certain things, you get a ban of 2 years. I think there needs to be an overall set guideline on this, because it kind of just seems like, well, actually, because he doesn't have a license, maybe he's okay. It's like, nah, that can't be the case, in my opinion. But I think the whole thing is disgusting. I think it's put Eddie Hearn and Matchroom in a really bad place, especially when they've kind of fell off in terms of, not even kind of, they have actually fell off in terms of the hold they had on the UK boxing scene, and this has not done them any favours whatsoever at all. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this whole situation in the comment section below, and if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe button now, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.